Hello, Josh Smith.
Hey, buddy.
Welcome. You've got Panda with you as well.
Yeah.
Don't know if folks can see that, but
can't see her, but down here.
Senior Sales Executive, Panda's on the floor. Welcome to Australia.
Thank you, my friend. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, cool, man. Doing some gigs. How are they going?
Been doing great. 4 shows so far. We got 5 left. All the shows have been really packed, and the response has been great. You know, like I said, you never know what to expect. You come to a country for the first time.
Yeah.
You're hoping people have been waiting forever to see you there, but you never know. So turned out there was people waiting to see me. So that's always
cool,
a great
man.
feeling, you know.
Now, I saw you post something on Instagram saying the crowd responses have been so fantastic in Australia, but back home, you know, you wish it was the same. Are you not getting that sort of response so much in the US at the moment? Or?
It's not the response that's
because your
different.
album's getting great reviews.
Yeah, the album is doing really well. It's more the touring the States has become almost a physical impossibility to do and make any money, not lose money, you know. Whereas, you know, coming here, or this year for the first time I came here, I toured the UK under my own name for the first time this year instead of, you know, I've been there many times before, but not doing my thing. Japan, Argentina, all these new places this year, and packed crowds. I go home with money in my pocket. It's super exciting. And America is just so difficult to pull that off because the distances between gigs are good. You'll get a couple great gigs, and then you'll spend all the money from those couple great gigs trying to get to the next gig a week later because no one books any weeknight gigs. There's just not enough stuff going on. People just don't go out during the week.
Why do you think that is in a country as big as the US?
Well, man, honestly, I think music has been devalued by a lot of people around the world, quite honestly. You know, I'm seeing it little by little here and there in different ways. Like when I put a new record out, I can normally count on when I take it on the road, especially like in Germany and like really music crazy countries, selling just tons and tons of CDs at gigs. And this new record came out, and I just toured Germany the second it came out, basically, and it didn't sell like the other ones, but all the gigs totally mobbed. I sold a lot, don't get me wrong, but not 100 a night, which I've done before, you know, when a new record came out. And it's just people aren't buying physical records like that anymore. I got from many people there, I already got it, you know, on my phone, you know, and I was actually talking to my son about that recently, saying, dude, he'll never own any records in his whole life. You know what I mean? And
how old's your son?
He's 13. He'll never go to the record store, buy an album, own anything. He won't have a music collection. I mean, he'll have, you know, a streaming collection.
Spotify?
Yeah, of course. You know, it's like.
I mean, I have Spotify here, and I have been listening
everybody
to
does, but it's different. The importance has been changed, especially for people younger than us. Music is something that's free to them. It's always been free to them. So they don't value it the way that I used to go to the record store, flip through a catalog, and order things, and wait a month for them to show up and be excited, you know. And it's just not like that anymore.
Did you issue Burn to Grow on vinyl?
Not yet, but it's coming on vinyl.
Vinyl's having a massive reception,
it is,
especially here.
In fact, it's the only market that's gone up in the last 10 years, physically, of physical media.
That's true.
And we're still talking very small numbers, but at least it is going up, you know, and growing. So the last record, Over Your Head, is available on vinyl, and Burn to Grow I'm working on. It's coming soon.
Cool, man. Well, I love that record. It's sort of B.B. King meets Steve Cropper with some Stevie Ray Vaughan. It's sort of got everything, plus great lyrics, great stories, great vocals.
Thank you.
And it's getting great reviews as well.
Yeah, I've been really pleasantly surprised by the response to the record. Again, you put a record out, you never know what people are going to like. Case in point, you know, I've done, in the last 5 years, I've done, you know, 4 or 5 records, and, you know, the ones I think are, oh my God, I've made my masterpiece, you know, people don't like as much, and the one that I just, not that I didn't put my effort into, but the one that I didn't think was, you know, as special as the one that sold 5 times that other one, you know, and so it's like, you never know, but I thought with this record, number one, I worked very hard on the songs, and they're all very personal to me. And number two, I thought the record, for the most part, was a better equivalent to what you see when you come to my gig, which is a little bit of everything. Whereas the few records before that, all kind of, each one had a theme, and I stuck very close to that theme. I had pretty rockin' record right before that, a jazz record, and then two before that, the Don't Give Up on Me record, was all kind of soul, blues, and R&B. Yeah. And they all stuck in their lane and were very cohesive albums. This one I feel like is more diverse and actually like what my gigs are like, a little bit of all of it. You know?
Yeah, yeah. I was, when I listened to your record, and I sort of think of eras of guitar playing.
Okay.
So you go back to the 80s, for instance, when I was a teenager, and there was a lot of shredding going on. And then you go back to the 70s, and there was a lot of prog rock and classic rock.
Yeah.
50s had that sort of, 3-chord thing going on. And now you get to a modern era. 90s was grunge. And now there's a bunch of guys like yourself, Guthrie Trapp, Kirk Fletcher, that combine, especially you and Guthrie Trapp I've been listening to a bit lately. And it's that combination of Danny Gatton meets classic rock meets B.B. King, so it's like blues and chicken picking. Is that a fair comment?
Yeah, I can only speak for myself and tell you where I'm coming from.
It just seems like a natural advancement.
I just love music, all of it, you know? So everything I'm listening to informs what I do here. Yeah. I'm always trying to learn new things, pick up new tricks, and mostly just soak it up and, you know, learn music. I love it. It's my favorite thing. Yeah. So, you know, you mentioned Danny Gatton. Yeah, he's a huge influence on me. But probably the thing besides some of the techniques that he did that influenced me the most was his absolute kind of fearlessness in playing anything at any time in any style of music. Yeah. So yeah, he comes from this country R&B, rockabilly background. You know, he's a monster with a ton of jazz knowledge and ability. Otherworldly technical ability and chops that no one had, you know, and he also was completely honest in his playing. He sounded like himself all the time, and by that I mean when he's soloing, if he heard some crazy idea, he'd just play it without regard for whether it was, because he felt it, you know. And that's what I took away from him the most was, you know, be yourself, feel free to play freely, you know, in all aspects. So then it's take all those other influences and meld them into my thing. And so, it's Albert King and B.B. King and Otis Rush and Magic Sam for sure. Blues, that's where it starts for me, you know, and Stevie Ray Vaughan and Jimi Hendrix. But then, Danny Gatton. And then an enormous portion of Charlie Parker and Charlie Christian and, you know, Wes Montgomery and George Benson and these guys, Grant Green and these guys over, you know, and so it's like mixing all those things together and hopefully out comes me. You know?
Yeah, it's amazing. Speaking of monsters, what do you have in your hands, Josh?
This is a 57
I have a
Strat that your buddy brought in for me to check out because you told him I love 57 Strats.
We've heard the sad story of your
57
attempt at a 57 Strat, and so I thought, well, let's get you one. So
57 Strat has always been my dream guitar, without question. And one slipped through my hands in a time when I was trying to possibly make way to acquire it. But, you know, that's a difficult thing in this world. I'm a working dude. I don't own any vintage guitars, really. Some cheaper ones, but nothing serious.
Yeah, well,
you know, I would like to, but it's not really a reality for me to do those things.
They're very expensive.
But anyways, after that 57, that one was special just because I think it was the best guitar I'd ever played. And that's for me personally, you know. So after that experience, my friend Ron Ellis, who makes the best single coil pickups on the face of the earth, master pickup builder, went to his friend Mark Rudders and asked. They had a 57 in their possession, a real one. And he and Mark said about copying this 57 and gave it to me as a gift. And it's my favorite Strat. It's a tremendous guitar.
I heard you play. Would you be kind enough to give us some sounds out of that machine? I know you were saying it was kind of similar to the.
I was actually surprised when we were tooling around because I have my Strat out there. They're pretty close in sound.
That's
cool. This one feels different. This V is a little softer than the V on my neck, but this is a real deal. So also it's been worn out a lot, so it's been refretted. Here's some of the sounds. See if I can get the in-betweens going in. There we go.
There's a reason, if you're watching and I'm not holding a guitar, that's the reason. Because
oh, come on, man. Come on.
I'm holding Panda.
Yeah.
It's a more vicious weapon. That's amazing, man. Yeah. Well, look, we have a customer of the shop, Paul, and he's a big fan of yours. He knew you were coming in, so we got him to bring his 57 Strat in. He also has brought in a 54 Tele.
Yes.
And we have your Tele as well.
Yes.
Would you be so kind as to play, maybe we can have a look at your Tele, and
sure.
we can go out with a 54. I'll ask my faithful assistants to maybe take that 57. Because I'm recording this, we may do some magic. And presto, we're back.
All right.
So this is a Chapin guitar? Chapin guitar?
Yep.
Chapin?
Built by Bill Chapin.
Yep.
From Portland, Oregon. It's been my #1 guitar almost 13 years, I guess.
Wow.
And
did you have, so what did you have Tele-wise before this? Did you take
I've
one
had
in
Teles over the years.
Yeah.
But none that I ever really bonded with. I was
Yeah.
a Strat guy most of my life, hence the 57 being the dream guitar.
Yeah.
And, you know, I would own a Tele here and there for work purposes, you know,
Yeah.
for sessions, and I liked them, but never had one that was like, oh my God, this is it, you know, and you know how it is, magic strikes. I got this guitar and it just, everything lined up, you know, and worked, and this is a special guitar to me, and I haven't played a gig without this guitar since I got it. And
with the infamous 13 to 56?
13 to 58. Yeah.
13 to 58. Wow.
Yeah,
And
heavy strings.
Let me have a look at that. It doesn't look that high to me.
Pretty normal action,
Yeah,
I would
it's
say.
just heavy
I don't like
strings.
low. I like just kind of normal.
Right.
They're so much louder, these strings. Put some
Super. That's a beautiful sound. Yeah, the 13 to 58s really make a difference.
They do.
So
you know,
much
it's
louder. It's amazing.
there's a lot of reasons for it.
I had to get myself a set, but
Yeah. I use
know
these
what to put
strings
on.
from this guy in Los Angeles, Gabriel Tenorio, who makes hand-wound strings. He's
Yeah.
a little one-man operation, winding strings all day long.
did you start light and then just went heavier, or how did that work?
Yeah, sure, like everybody. But you're
Yeah.
talking, this is when I'm 12 and 13 years old.
Yeah.
And I quickly kept moving up. And I think I got to 13s around age 15 or 16.
Right. And you
So
can bend okay on those, no problem?
On these?
Yeah.
Like what?
Like a Gilmore sort of thing, yeah? All right.
Like that? Or like... Yep. I
You
just
have
knocked it
arms
out,
like a
too,
trained
just
killer, though, as well. This makes a difference. Now, Josh, pedal boards. I think your pedal board has been pretty extensively covered by Andertons and a few other things. But
It
can we
has.
go over it pretty quick? And is it the same pedal board that you take everywhere?
This has been the one for over a year now. Yeah,
Okay.
that Dan from Gig Rig and the Pedal Show put together.
Yes.
And
I think he's Australian as well.
He is Australian, yeah.
I think
he lives
over
in Swindon, UK
okay,
now.
all right.
But
Home
yes,
of
he's Australian.
XTC.
And
I remember those guys.
Well, he loves XTC.
Oh, does
but yeah, this has been the board for over a year now, and it's fantastic. Not even just the components and the wiring, the board too. The Schmidt-Array board from Germany. It's just the best thing ever. This has been the most convenient, high quality, heavy duty board that fits in the overhead on the plane. Like, it's cool. Everything about this board has been perfect since I got it.
Shout out to Dan, good creation. So, in terms of voltage, because you're traveling all over the place. So, how does that work? Have you got?
I just get a different cable for everywhere, an IEC cable,
right?
And the gig rig power is worldwide universal, so it accepts whatever I put into it, and it works.
Amazing. Okay, I'm going to switch cameras. We'll have a quick look, and maybe could you quickly walk us through?
Yeah, sure.
What we have.
So obviously the G2 is the brains of the entire thing. The gig rig switcher has 10 loops and does MIDI and all that.
Yep.
The only MIDI pedal I have is the Eventide H9, but it sends MIDI to that for certain presets. And then basically what we've got going on is TC Polytune tuner. This is a little additional button for the G2 for some extra switching. The Chula, which is the #1 pedal, has been my #1 pedal for about 11 years now.
Yep.
Have not played a gig without this pedal in 11 years. I cannot play a gig without that pedal. 99%, if you've seen me play any video that exists, any gig, 99% is this guitar, that pedal, that's what you're hearing.
That's cool.
So then you got the Duelist, the Jesse Davey Kingtone Duelist, which is the Strat pedal du jour. That's the best Strat pedal I've ever heard.
Oh man, I saw you demo this, and I tried to buy one that's out of stock in Australia. So
this one is a special one that Jesse just sent me, because normally it has the two sides, heavy hand and string singer. Heavy hand is more the blues breaker sound. String singer is the tube screamer sound.
Yeah.
I have no heavy hand in this. There's 2 tube screamers in this one. So that was just something I asked him for. Although I don't ever even use the second side. I'm just using this side for TS10 type sound, which is my favorite tube screamer sound. Unbelievable Strat. If you play a Strat and you like that tone, which we all know what we're talking about, that's the pedal. You have to have that pedal. Anyways, this is the Deep Trip BOG fuzz, which has been my live fuzz now for almost 2 years. It's incredible. This is a special one that Du from Brazil at Deep Trip made for me. Cleans up a little better than the old one that I had, the white one, the stock one. I think he's going to start selling this variation on it. He tried to, because the white one was so good live, had so much headroom, and was cut so well, but had a little less of the vintage character of cleaning up like a vintage fuzz face, and a little less, quirkiness, which was the reason I liked it, because it still sounded vintage, but was gigging ready. This we split the difference with a little bit. So I've been using this one a few months now. And I have a new fuzz coming soon that I designed with the Vemram guys that we started working on over 2 years ago. So that's coming out in December. Excellent. That'll probably end up there, to be honest, because I've been waiting for this fuzz for quite a long time. And under here, which is pretty awesome just in itself, is the power, and then a few extra pedals. We've got the Love Pedal Believe, which is my octave pedal.
Yes.
No knobs, it's a real simple pedal. It's incredible. It's like a clean octave, not an Octavia at all. It's much cleaner, and I combine it with other pedals to get different sounds. It also tracks better than an Octavia. And you can use bridge pickup even. It doesn't take your head off.
Are these something that Dan from the Pedal Show advised you to get, or have you just?
Oh no! I don't take any advice from anybody that's not true. I will take advice, but no, it's all my decisions. Yeah, these are pedals I've been using for years, almost all these. Yeah. Don't
swim in the Northern Territory. There's some advice for you. Just,
what else we got? I got the Flashback, the mini one, TC, which is loaded with my tone print that I did for them called Double Slap. I always have that on every board. That I need that one slap back just as a set thing. I use it quite a bit.
Yep.
The Love Pedal Purple Plexi is like my Marshall pedal for when I need that. So it gets used a lot on sessions. It's a really loud pedal, very, very amp-like. In live situation, I mostly use it when I have to get over the top of other things, just because it's got so much boost in it. It's great to add, like when things are getting crazy and you need to jump on top, get louder. It's always there for me, kind of on that.
That's awesome.
It's a great Marshall pedal. And then the Catlin Bred Echo Rec pedal, which is my favorite standalone delay pedal for like the vibey, you know, tape style delay. I love the Echo Rec, and I've been using it going on probably 4 years now, maybe
That's
more,
cool.
since they came out with it. And any other delays and reverbs, the Leslies, all the other sounds I use all come from the Eventide H9, which is completely indispensable to me, both on my gig and on sessions. It's the ultimate session pedal, and I haven't had a pedal board without that pedal since it came out. I love it very much, and
that's very cool.
If Eventide is watching, please hurry up and make a double one. I'd like an H18, please. Yeah,
they will send you one immediately
once they make it.
Cool, man. That's amazing. Now you've got some gigs coming up.
Yeah,
Let's do some promotion.
please.
Tomorrow night,
Tomorrow is
the-
a college at the Call Arts.
Call Arts,
It's a
yes.
clinic,
Yep.
and it's kind of a closed gig, I think, for the students.
Okay.
Then the next day is in Geelong
Geelong, yes.
Geelong?
Yeah.
at Pistol Pete's.
At Pistol Pete's, yes.
That's Thursday.
Famous venue.
Friday is the Caravan Club here
Yes,
in Melbourne.
yes. Very cool venue.
And then we go to Adelaide
Okay.
after that. Yeah.
And after Adelaide, you're
then
you're
after
out.
Adelaide, I'm out. Yeah.
And then you're going to come back and do Queensland and Western Australia. I'm looking at your promoter.
I really,
It's like
really
he's
hope so,
nodding.
because I gotten so many messages from fans wondering why no Queensland or Perth or next time. I really hope so.
A couple of the local guys found out that you were coming in here, and they said, get him to move to Melbourne. So if you're trying to pronounce Melbourne, it's MEL and then like a bun, like a cream bun. Melbourne, yeah, not born. So would you be so
Which is
kind?
funny, because in Florida, where I grew up, there's Melbourne, Florida.
Yeah, I know, yeah.
And it's just Melbourne.
It's so you pronounce it as
Melbourne,
like Jason
yeah.
Bourne.
Yeah, like Jason Bourne. Yeah.
Cool, man. We've got a 54 Telly. Would you be
see
so
that
kind to play that for us?
Because it's raining.
I think so. Well, she hates
Thunder.
thunder. Yeah, she goes crazy.
Yeah, get her a Thunder Buddy vest.
A thunder
seen
buddy
those
vest?
things?
No.
Yeah, there's these vests you get for your dog who's scared of thunder.
Oh, really?
And it's like, it feels like they're getting held, like a cuddle.
Oh, right.
It works, actually. My grandma had a dog that hated it, and she got her this vest, and it really soothed him during
Wow.
storms and stuff.
Thunder buddy.
A
Cool. I
thunder
will get
vest
one.
or something like that.
But she's crazy. We can't. If there's thunder, we can't leave her alone.
Yeah.
She has to be. That's why she was up here.
Yeah.
So, take it away, Josh.
All right, so this is a 54, which you can tell is like a
Have a quick look.
transition almost, and looking like it's about to be white guard time.
Yes.
The color is like pretty creamy, actually. You could tell they were about to make the switch. And man, this one's really light and just a nice telly. The neck is pretty big, actually. It's got it, this one. I was playing it earlier, and it's just a really nice telly. Pretty good. Yeah, it's got a good rock tone
Amazing.
too, like.
Zepp finish. That's fantastic, man. Amazing. So
Good telly, man.
I want it.
Can't beat a good telly.
Oh, incredible. Look, thank you so much for coming in.
Yeah. I'm happy to be here, man.
I wish you all the best on the tour.
Thank you.
And yeah, if you want to get out and see one of the best gentlemen going around around the world at the moment. He's here in Melbourne and Adelaide next week. It's really rare to get these guys out, so you got to go see him. So a customary handshake, sir.
Thank you, my friend.
And we're out of here. You can find all the links. I'll put all the links to the gigs and more information about Josh Smith below. Please subscribe to us. And many thanks to Josh.
Thank you, my friend.
Panda's gone.